Hey guys, so for today's video, I have the Beige foundation stick first impressions kind of review demo video. I'm really excited for you guys to check out my thoughts on this. This foundation has just been so talked about since the day that it launched. Even before it launched, Norvina was going ham with the undertones and the shades. So I feel like everyone has been dying to test out this foundation, and I finally got my hands on it and finally got to test it out today. So if you were interested in checking out my thoughts on the Beige stick foundation that I'm wearing right now, I also did cream contouring and highlighting with it. So if you're interested in checking it out, then just keep on watching. Okay, so my skin is already primed. I use the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer. But we're gonna go ahead and test out the Beige foundation stick today. I'm so excited to try this out. It has been so talked about. Like, it's the new foundation stick that everyone is talking about. It's Anastasia's first foundation, so I think we're all excited. I picked up 3 different shades. They did send them to me. I get Beige PR, but they sent me the light category, and I'm like, damn it. So I purchased the shade Tan, which I think is definitely gonna be a match for me. I actually did a little swatch party on Snapchat. Happens pretty often, so if you don't follow me on there, definitely do that. It's just Amy Macedo. I have actually all my social media links down below. So on Snapchat, I went ahead and kind of swatched this tan shade against all of the other foundation shades that I own. So if you're kind of curious as to what shades I am in other foundations and you want to know if tan would be a good equivalent or a comparison, then go ahead and check out that photo, because I literally swatched on my entire arm all of my favorite foundation shades next to this one. So I posted that on my Instagram, and I also posted it on my Twitter. So go ahead and check that out, but I'm also gonna leave my most favorite shades down below, just like 2 or 3 of them, if you guys just wanna quickly check what this is a great comparison for. I think this is gonna be a really good match for me. I know this retails for $25, which I think is amazing, but I also think that you get a great amount of product. But I will say, I'm a little bit, like, I'm excited to test out this foundation, but I'm very weary because I've heard some people love it and I've heard some people hate it. So I'm kind of like, you know, in between on that. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and apply a good amount because, like I said, I've heard a bunch of people say it's not that full coverage. So the first thing I noticed right off the bat is that it applies super smooth. Like, it glides right on the skin, and I love how stick foundations are so easy to apply. So to blend out the foundation, we're gonna go ahead and use a brush for today, just because I feel like beauty blenders, when it comes to stick foundations, they don't really move the product around that much. I feel like a brush is definitely better when it comes to such a thick foundation. So I am going to be doing this in, like, as you can see, dabbing motions. Like, I'm dabbing so I can get a good amount of coverage, but I'm also taking it and moving it and rubbing it, because when it comes to thick, creamy foundations like this, you need to actually, you can't just do this because you're not gonna move the product, you know, you're gonna get streakiness. But it blends beautifully. And the coverage so far is not bad. It's definitely not full, and I wouldn't describe it as medium to full, so I feel like they made that claim a little loosely. Okay, so here is how one layer looks, and you guys could tell from the beginning that I applied a good amount, so I feel like this foundation is $25. They do give you a good amount of product, and it is affordable-ish, but I feel like you have to use a good amount of products, because I used a good amount of product, and I feel like I only got like a light medium coverage. You can still see some imperfections in my skin, and you can see my freckles on my nose, my redness. So I definitely think I'm gonna go in with a second layer, and we'll see how this works and how it kind of builds up. You know what? Maybe we should try the Beauty Blender for this layer to really see how it works. So the Beauty Blender actually does blend it out nicely. But this looks good now. Like, just doing the second layer looks really good. It still does look natural though. Like, it's definitely not full coverage. I would say now it's medium, you know, now it's like a medium coverage. I can still see a little bit of redness going on, but it looks good. I will say, although it looks like light medium coverage, it still looks flawless in a weird way. Like, it has a very beautiful finish. I do think this looks really pretty. Like, all in all, I actually like how the finished product comes out when you add a second layer. If you don't want to be adding a second layer, you might just want to put a lot on initially, but I feel like I put a lot on. Like, I put 4 strikes, so I feel like you might want to put 6 or 7 on each cheek, and then like 5 on the 4. Like, that's a lot though, you know? So I feel like you're gonna probably go through this tube. Like, this is my first impression, and I feel like I've already kind of used quite a bit of it, you know? I don't know. So maybe that's something to kind of take into consideration. But I do like the finish. You can see that it gives me a little bit of dew, which I don't mind. I actually think looks healthy. And it's not too matte. So it has like this nice natural matte finish, you know? And the fact that it's cream, it does like feel like a nice powdered finish, and it does set really nicely. It's not too liquidy or movable. So I think this will be really nice for those who have oily skin. But I will say, if you have dry skin, I don't think this will work for you, just because, I don't know, I feel like for me it looks healthy, but it's like dry, like, you know, it's like a powder finish. If you have dry skin, I can see this might kind of, you know, get in those dry areas and those patches, and it might not look good. So I went ahead and purchased the shade Banana and the shade Amber for highlight and contour. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with the highlighting shade. I'm just gonna go ahead and pop that underneath the eye and down the center of the face. I'm also going to put it kind of above the jawline and underneath the contour, so right just on the bottom of my cheek area. So now we're gonna go ahead and take Amber, and I'm just gonna pop that on the contours of the cheek area, down the sides of my face, and also along the temples, a little bit on the nose, and also along the jawline. So now that we have our cream contouring on, I feel like I always look super cool when I have, like, you know, the cream contouring paint on here. So we're gonna go ahead and blend it out and see how it works as a cream contour and highlight stick, which I think it's gonna be really good, but we'll go ahead and see. I'm gonna use my beauty blender to blend it out. So it's blending really like easily and quick. And I'm actually really happy with the contour shade so far. It's like a nice camel tan shade, like I said before, and that's what I prefer to contour with. I was afraid it was gonna be a little bit too light. I was gonna go for espresso, but I'm happy that I went with Amber. So I feel like the highlight blended out really nicely, and it looks pretty good. Like, surprisingly enough, as the highlight and contour stick, I feel like it's enough coverage, but that could also be because of how much you're putting on. Like, when you highlight, you put a lot on. But when you're applying foundations, you kind of just do strokes, you know what I mean? So that, but I don't know, it looks good though. So now to go ahead and blend out the contour, I'm gonna take the other side of my beauty blender, the clean side, and just blend it out. I actually really like how this looks. I feel like it looks really pretty and natural, you know? I feel good about it. It has this like flawless look, even though it's not super full coverage. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of my makeup, and I'm gonna see how the other products go on top of it and all of that stuff. And then I will come back and kind of let you guys know my concluded thoughts on these. Okay, so I just finished up my makeup. I actually filmed an Instagram tutorial, so if you're interested in this makeup look and the products that I use, check out my Instagram. So let's talk about my thoughts on the ABH Stick Foundation. So all in all, I like this foundation, but I feel like I'm not totally in love. Like, I can't sit here and be like, oh my god guys, I'm so in love with this. I'm very like love and hate almost. Like, I have this 50-50 opinion about it, which I hate when that happens, because when someone asks me, do you like this product, I want to just be able to say yes or no. I hate when it's kind of like a I like it because of this, but not because of that, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's the relationship I have with this product. So right off the bat, I'm gonna tell you, if you do not have oily skin, even if you have combination skin, I don't believe that this foundation would even work for combo skin, because I feel like if you had any single, even a little bit of dryness or dry patches, it is going to settle into those patches. It's going to look cracky and dry, because even me, like having oily skin, this is the first time I've ever tried a foundation, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I feel a little dry. Like, I feel like it looks a little dry, you know? Like, I just sprayed the shit out of my face with some setting spray. That's how dry I felt like it was, and I've never had that before. So if you have oily skin, okay, but I feel like if you even have combo skin or dry skin, don't go anywhere near this foundation. So I like how it has a natural finish. I do wish it had more coverage, but I feel like I can use it on those running errands type of days. So I don't know, there's things that I like about it, there's things that I don't. It's kind of like wishy-washy, you know what I mean? All in all, if you guys are gonna ask me right now, do you need to buy this foundation? I would say no. You know, like I can't, for me to tell you guys, oh my god, you need to buy this, then it has to be a product that I feel like is like, you know, worth your money. And I don't really think that this is like a product you need to run to your local Sephora and buy right now. If you have extremely oily skin, this might be even better on you. My skin's oily, but it's not like extremely, like some of you guys in the comment section I read all the time, you tell me you have even oilier skin than I do. So you might like this even better, but keep in mind it is not full coverage. So again, I feel like I'm being repetitive, but again, there's things I like about it, things that I don't. So that's my thoughts on this. If you guys are interested in kind of checking out my update throughout the day and how it actually lasts on me, I'm actually vlogging today. So I'm going to be vlogging kind of checkups to show you guys how it lasts. So if you're interested in seeing how this foundation is wearing throughout the day, how it lasted on me, then check out my vlog channel. It's just Amy Macedo Vlogs. I actually will leave the link down below and you guys can check out the vlog that I uploaded on this exact day. And yeah, you'll be able to see kind of checking up on it and see how it looks. I do like the contour sticks more than I like the foundation. Like, I think, which am I going to use more? I'm going to pick up Banana and Amber more for contouring because I really liked how it looked more than the foundation. But like I said, I do like the foundation for days. Even for days that I don't want to wear makeup but I want to cover my skin, like I want to put foundation, I think you can still just wear this and it won't look weird. So I think I'll use it for that, but I think I'm going to use the contour sticks more because I really like them. All in all, I do like the ABH foundations. I would say I prefer them for cream contouring, so if you're into cream contouring, then definitely you need to get these for that. But in terms of just a foundation, I don't think they're like a must-have. So that completes my thoughts for the ABH foundation sticks. I'm really excited for this video. Don't forget to check out my Instagram for the comparison swatches and also my vlog channel for the update. If you guys like videos like this and you want me to do more, don't forget to like, thumbs up, and I'll of course see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.